Okay, let's just run through this one from the problem set and see if we can try and clarify the process a little bit. It wants us to construct a group frequency distribution table for this data set, and we want 10 classes. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the range. You always want to start by finding the range, how much ground we have to cover in the data. So the highest data value looks like it's going to be 515. And the lowest data value looks like it's going to be 335. So we start by finding that value. Let me pull up my calculator real quick. So we have 515 minus 335. We get 180. So I have to cover a range of 180 using 10 classes. So I'm going to take my range, the second step, take your range and divide it by 10 to see how much each class needs to cover. So each class needs to cover a distance of at least 18 in order to cover the entire 180 through the data. But making each class a size of 18 is not really nice. It's not a nice, round, pretty number. So we take that number and we round it up to the next quote unquote nice round number. Now, nice numbers in terms of the computer would be 10, 20, 25, 50, 100, those kind of like money numbers, I guess you could think of it as. So we're going to round this up to 20. So each class is going to have a size of 20. Now, I just need to figure out where I'm going to start my first class at. So I need to start it low enough to include the lowest data point. So it's got to be just below 335. But the special rule here is that the lower class limits should all be multiples of the class width. So the beginning number in my class has to be a multiple of 20. So I'm looking for the next number below 335. That's a multiple of 20. Well, 330 is not a multiple of 20, but 320 is. So I'll start the first class at 320. And if each class has a width of 20, the next class is going to start at 340, and then 360, then 380, and so on and so forth. So if this first class is going from 320 up to 340, it's going from 320 up to 339. And this one's going from 340 to 360, so it's going from 340 up to 359. And you'll do that throughout the 10 classes. And then once you have the classes, the super fun part of counting through the data and tallying up how many are in between each of these numbers is easy but time consuming. So between 320 and 339, we have 1, 2, 3. So we would have a frequency here of 3.